Joining us today is Gamecock commit for the class of 2024, offensive lineman from Dillon High School, Josiah Thompson. Josiah, how you doing today?
I'm doing great today. How are you?
I'm doing well, bud. So we're taping this just a couple days after the spring game. And as of this taping, you are the latest Gamecock commit. What was that feeling like going up to Williams-Brice this past week and being so recently committed to South Carolina and that whole fan base knowing that you're the newest Gamecock?
I mean, it feel like home. I've been there multiple times. So I'm kind of used to it, more comfortable around that place. So it felt great actually being back, knowing that I'm actually officially a Gamecock. So it felt great that day.
Do you feel a little bit different, though? Were more people saying hello to you?
Oh yeah, it felt different. I had a couple of, young people coming up, for pictures, are you Josiah Thompson? So it felt great. That was a great experience for me.
How neat is that, though? Because I'm an outsider. I've been down here the last 7 years. I've covered the Gamecocks. It doesn't matter if you're the starting quarterback. It doesn't matter if you're a kicker or an offensive lineman. And as you know, the offensive lineman doesn't always get the love because it's a tough job, but it doesn't always get the headlines in newspapers. These fans know exactly who all these offensive linemen are, including
Yes, sir,
you.
they do. Yes, sir.
What's that say, though, about just this place and how special it is, and one of the reasons why you wanted to play here?
I mean, we got Great Wall, Carolina. I knew that this was actually the right choice for me and for my family. Um, as choosing this place, I'm more comfortable around the coaches, being able to talk to them about anything really. Coach Lonnie, Coach Adkins, they're great coaches. I just knew that they would help me reach my potential one day and become great on and off the field. So I just knew that this was the right choice.
You mentioned that Great Wall. On three has you as the number one player in the state. We actually are higher on you at offensive tackle than some of the other outlets out there for recruiting. But Cam Pringle and then, of course, Blake Franks. Three offensive linemen, all from the Palmetto State, all committed to South Carolina. How neat is that to see, though, that you have these two guys who you've been able to get to know through the recruiting process, but they're fellow South Carolina guys, and they're pretty damn good, too, at it.
Yeah, yes, sir, they are. I met Cam my freshman year at Tom Lemon photo shoot. So we got along pretty well. Going throughout the years of recruitment, get to know each other more better. As long as well with Blake also. So I knew that I'll be able to be around them and work together, work hard, to just accomplish something great in the future at South Carolina. So that's the most important thing, being able to know your teammates, because I know that you'll be around them a lot on that next level. So
I'm glad you brought that up because obviously at the end of the day, you got to make a decision that's best for you. But we've heard guys like Alshon Jeffrey, Marcus Lattimore talk about how seeing other talented guys that they knew from the state of South Carolina commit to USC, how that played a role in them committing. Is that fair to say that seeing some of these other talented guys that you've been able to get to know commit, can you say that that also helped play a role with you wanting to be part of that?
yeah, seeing other talented guys, next level, you're going to get to know them as well. So they're gonna be very talented. So they're gonna put in that hard work with me. Other teammates, we all gonna put in that hard work. So just seeing other talented guys commit to South Carolina that's great. So you just know that Coach Beamer, he's doing an awesome job in this recruiting class. So
I know you were a silent commit for a while. What was it like when you finally went public with it? Was there like just a sense of relief off your chest? I mean, what was that time period like between the point where you told Beamer you were committing, keeping it silent? I'm sure people were reaching out to you, whether it be people in the class of 24, media people, whatever the case may be. Just kind of walk us through what that was like for you and how nerve wracking it was until you finally were able to say, yeah, I'm going to South Carolina.
oh yeah, I finally committed. I told Coach Beamer that Saturday after their spring practice. So I told him that Saturday. He was excited. Keeping it silent for a while, I was just anxious. I wanted to let people know, but I really wanted to, have a ceremony. So like, I know this is a once in a lifetime thing. So keeping it sound, it was kind of hard, but keep getting it out. It's put relief. So.
How do you think you did with your poker face? Do you think some of your boys? I mean, I'm sure you kept things very close to the vest. Maybe you told a person or two that, like, from a friend standpoint, but how do you think you did? Do you think some people knew and they just kept their mouth shut for you?
Um, I believe some people knew. Cause like social media. 'Cause I've been to South Carolina a lot lately. So probably got some people minds. They know where I was going, but they wasn't sure. So I guess when I finally let it out to public, it was kind of already knowing where I was going. So.
You mentioned the Great Wall of Columbia, which of course is you, Blake Franks, Cam Pringle, and of course four-star Gamecock quarterback commit Dante Reno. What is the dynamic between you guys? Because it seems like there's a close group with you guys. I know Dante's very outspoken when it comes to recruiting players, but how would you describe what you guys have been able to build so far from a chemistry standpoint?
Chemistry standpoint, it's great. We know each other very well. How each other play. We know each other personalities a lot. So we just know that we're gonna be able to play together and work together. So with Dante, Cam, Blake, we just know that we could accomplish something great in the future. And if we work hard, we can most definitely do that at South Carolina. So.
What's your favorite part though about this state? Because I know being a Dillon guy, you're up in the upstate. I say this state about this area, Columbia in particular, because I know that it could have been real easy go to another school in this state, but you decided to come to South Carolina. Getting to know this area, what is it about Columbia that just kind of says, like, this is special?
Yeah, Columbia is a special place. Just being able to represent my state, especially as being a home state with family in around. So being able to represent the state is awesome, especially if I could become something great coming out of the state and coming back home. So representing the state is awesome. That's what I really like about it. So.
We saw something really neat with your commitment video with Justin King with the AI. And I mean, there was some of that stuff I had no idea. Maybe I'm just getting too old, man. I'm just getting too old. Was it Chat GPT or what? How excited were you when you saw that finished product and what Justin King and what they were able to do at USC and how it came out?
Oh yeah, Justin King came up with an idea. He told me. I was excited just when hearing talking about it. 'Cause I already knew this was gonna be great. He also said no one else had never did something like this before, so I knew it most definitely was gonna blow up. But making a commitment video, it was fun. As well as posting it and everybody else seeing it. It made their eyes widen because I didn't like this before. So the commitment video was amazing.
So what's the game plan now? Because you're able to get that weight off your chest of committing before the start of the season, go in there with a clear mind. Do you worry more about, okay, this is what I need to do in order to finish out my high school career? Or do you start to look ahead a little bit?
I know that making this decision early was a great choice. Because now I'm able to focus on what I need to expect when I get to the next level, what I need to expect to do. Like I said, next level, finishing up my high school career, hard. Just knowing what do I need to expect when I get to the next level. So I know that making this decision early was a great decision.
And remind people again the plan after this season. Are you enrolling early or are you going to finish out and get here in the fall of next year?
Oh, yes, I'll be enrolling early.
You'll be enrolling early. I asked this to, I think it was Blake Franks the other day. Does it feel like at times that your world is kind of sped up right now because you're a junior in high school, but in a sense, your senior year is going to be so crammed?
I mean, at this early recruiting process, just seeing other people commit, it just came fast that I'm knowing that I'm about to commit. So, that happened. So it just really blew my mind how fast this came and how the recruiting process ended. But I really enjoyed the recruiting process as well. So I just know that I'm ready for the next level and to succeed in my future. So.
And you've mentioned Lonnie, and I know Greg Adkins did a tremendous job with recruiting you as well. I mean, you have two talented coaches right there. How neat is it has it been to be able to get to know both of those guys, knowing that they have experience of coaching football at a very high level? Of course, Lonnie is now the offensive line coach, but Greg Adkins was the O-line coach here for the last 2 years.
Getting to know them too, it was very well. Been talking to them since I believe sophomore year. I know I'm able to trust them. My family able to trust them. I just know that they'll be able to take care of me while I'm away from my family at this next level. They also will expect me to work hard when I get there, and no days off. Also, they want me to help me reach my potential and help me become great on and off the field at the next level as well. Also, getting to know them, it was great.
Last thing I want to ask you, Josiah, because I appreciate your time. This summer in particular, is there anything that you really want to be able to work on your game? I'm sure you want to work on everything, but is there an area or two that you feel like if you're able to improve on that, it can really help take your game to that next level as you get ready to head into your senior season?
I really want to work on my patience. Really, being able to see, not trying to be too fast and overdo it because you can really mess up like that. So I really just focus on my patience during the game. So.
Josiah Thompson, we appreciate you taking the time joining us on Gamecock Central.
Oh yeah, no problem. Thank you for having me.